I really want to talk about what I think is probably the most interesting battle in all of our camp, Bill's camp, which is the kicking battle between the vet Stephen Hauschka and the young rookie Tyler Bass. Welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports. I'm Trent with my co-host Jake. Look at his numbers. His numbers are insane.
I just have to say, never go all in on the Raiders ever.
He's definitely got the leg. I saw some analogies from some beat reporters that said Bass's leg is like hitting a golf ball with a driver, and Hauschka's is like an iron. And that tells you all you need to know. Like, he just has a different power to him that the ball just comes right off his leg. So he's kicked twice. He went 6 for 9. I believe it was Monday. And then today, Thursday, he went 7 for 8 and hit multiple kicks over 50 yards. And then Hauschka went 6 for 7 on Tuesday and then went 5 for 8 today, missing multiple kicks over 50 yards. But he did hit a 52-yarder, which was his last kick. So you sort of seen the same from both of them. They each had their day, I guess. But I personally, for me, I just think Bass has all the upside. And if Hauschka is struggling with 50-yard plus field goals, and we saw that towards the end of last season, that was just like killer overall. Like, it's like you have to get to a certain yard marker to even have a field goal in play. Whereas Bass, I mean, you can kick it from, the 40-yard line, and that's a 57-yard field goal that's in his range.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think if they're anywhere even, like numbers-wise, you got to go with Bass, just because it's your investment. He's young, and he's got the leg. But I mean, I guess the flip side of that is that Hauschka has playoff experience. He has, a whole track record of kicking accurately in the NFL. He doesn't have the leg that obviously Bass does and that we would like in our kicker. But I don't know, how much do you value that experience over a young guy who would have to step in and, be the day one starter? You're obviously not going to carry two kickers because that's just a wasted spot. So I don't know. I kind of like our interview with Luke because he breaks it down so easily, but it's like from just a regular person perspective, you get carried away by the boot, like it's by the distance. But it's like Hauschka is kind of money when it comes to close kicks, but I don't know. I just think he's getting up there in age, and he just doesn't have the leg that he used to. And I just think that, and this is nowhere like with analytics or anything. I think it's just like a decision. You just gotta move on with the young guy and let him like figure it out, basically. And if he doesn't, like, there's always a pool of veteran guys that you can pick up from free agency when the season's going on. I mean, I think the Cowboys changed like 3 kickers last year or something.
Right.
Some team did.
Definitely what you don't want to do, and I'm sure Hauschka will get signed the second the Bills release him if they do. But I agree. If they're even, if Bass is missing some, the thing with kicking, and we should probably check with Luke on this, but this is just my idea, is if Bass is missing it left or right, that's like, you can fix that. Like, if Hauschka's coming up short on 50-yard field goals, you can't fix that. His leg just can't do it. Yeah. So I would rather. You
couldn't have said it any better.
Right. So it's like, I would rather take the guy who has the leg, just needs to, turn it left and turn it right a little bit and get it in the uprights.
It's like you can't teach speed, basically.
Exactly.
It's like you'll have the speed that you have, and then it'll just go down, basically. It's like you have the boot that you have, you can work on it and maybe get a little bit, but like if you can naturally just kick like 60-yard field goals or like 50 with no step, like you can mold that, man. Like That's like just like a pile.
It's just
of
the
clay.
raw talent.
Yeah,
you have the raw talent.